Hi everyone, welcome back in my channel again with me Adis Wastawan. In this special occasion, I would like to explain you 5 questions related to introduction to linguistic course. But before we start our explanation, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share this video to your social media. So don't go anywhere, and without further ado, let's get started. Number 1. What is mean of arbitrary? If you don't know a language, the words and the sentences of that language will be mainly incomprehensible because the relationship between speech sounds and the meanings they represent is, for most part, an arbitrary is one. In linguistics, arbitrariness is the absence of any natural or necessary connection between a word's meaning and its sounds or form, an antithesis to sound symbolism, which does exhibit an apparent connection between sounds and sense. Arbitrariness is one of the characteristics shared between all languages. Number 2. What is differences between phonemic and phonetic? Generally, phonetic is science concerned with the study of a sound system in the human language in general. But phonology, however, is a science concerned with the study of the sound system in a particular of languages. Phonemic is always phonetic, but sometimes phonetic is not always phonology or phonemics. The differences between phonemic and phonetic are: 1. Phonetic transcription deal with tones or sounds, which can occur across different languages and speakers of this language all over the world. On the other hand, phonemic transcription deal with phonemes, which can change the meaning of the words in which they are contained if replaced. Number 2. Phonetic transcription provides more details on how the actual sounds are pronounced, while phonemic transcription represents how people interpret such sounds. And the third one, we use square brackets to enclose tones or sounds and slashes the enclosed phonemes. Please explain one of the word koenig process. Koenig is a common process of word formation in English, and it is the invention of totally new terms. The most typical sources are invented trade names for one company's product, which become general terms. For any version of that product, in koenig, we learn about eponyms. What is eponyms? Eponyms is word based on a name of person or a place. For example, sandwich, jeans, what, and etc. What do you know about syntax? In general, syntax means a set of grammar rules of words or clauses in forming sentences. Usually, in written and spoken sentences, we see syntax element in word or clauses that we usually refer to as subject, verb, and object. The subject, verb, and object in the syntax rule are always sequential. At the same time, in some cases, the syntax rule allow other words or clauses such as adverb or description that define the subject, verb, and object to be added. So in order to be clear about how the syntax is applied in example sentences, it helps us to continue the discussion to the next point regarding example of applying syntax in sentences. Well everyone, look at this example. Both of them love each other. In this example sentence, the subject is both of them. The verb is verb 1, which is love, and the object is each other. All of these consecutive subject, verb, and object components show the syntax. In addition to the example sentences, we can also find the application of syntax in various examples of dialogue or conversation. Look at this following example. This is the example of the use of syntax in dialogue of conversation. Well guys, please look at the line 2. Please look the second line. The second line give us explanation or lesson on the syntax rules in sentences, namely the word they as the subject, the phrase are playing as the verb in the form of verb ing, and the word frisbees as an object, as well as an explanation that strengthens the syntax in the form of place descriptions, namely the phrase over there. Now, look at the third line. The third line also gives us a lesson on syntax rules. The word it as the subject, then the word is as a verb, and the phrase the study time as the object, and the word almost as an adverb that flank the subject plus the verb with the object in the end of the sentence. The last question: why do you think that the knowledge of linguistics is important for us? There are a number of reasons why the knowledge of linguistics are important for us. The first reason is for the linguists. Extensive knowledge of linguistics will certainly be very helpful in completing and carrying out their duties. For researchers, politicians, and literally linguistic enthusiasts, it will help them to understand literary work better, because language, which is the object of the linguistic research, is the place where literally words are born. It is impossible that we can't understand literally works well without having a good knowledge of the nature and structure of language. Moreover, it is very important to remember that literally words use a special variety of language that is not the same as the general language. Second, for the teachers, especially language teachers, linguistic knowledge is very important, starting from the sub-discipline of phonology, morphology, syntax, semantics, and lexicology. The knowledge of relationship between language and society and culture. How can a language teacher be able to practice language skill if he doesn't master in phonology? And how can a language teacher can practice in writing skills if he doesn't master in spelling, morphology, syntax, semantic, and lexicology? In addition, as language teachers, he not only has a practiced language skill, but also he has to explain the rules of the language correctly. There are conflicting views between language teaching and linguistics. Teaching is prescriptive or normative, while linguistics is descriptive. So, in the hands of the language teacher who understands linguistics very well, the two different views can be understood very well. He will be able to formulate prescriptive rules from descriptive rules so that the teaching activities will work well. Linguistics help us understand our word. Every language is like as one of a kind of species. It captures unique conceptualization of the word, and it has own ways of constructing words, phrase, and sentences for communicating ideas. As we compare the words and structures of various languages, we come to a greater understanding of the word. Apart from simply understanding the intricacies of word language, this knowledge can be applied to improving communication between people, contributing to translation activities, assisting in literacy efforts, and treating a speech disorder. And of course, linguistic training is also valuable for studying, especially for studying language. Everyone, that's all about my explanation about 5 questions related to Introduction to Linguistic course. I hope you can understand and enjoy my video. And I would like to say apologize if there are any mistakes because nobody is perfect. See you in another video, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video in your social media. Stay healthy and stay safe. Thank you very much for your attention and have a pleasant day. See you!